Today I'm going to review Bartok the Magnificent, based off the first film of Anastasia. And I know what you're thinking. Why are we not talking about Anastasia, the first movie? Well, basically this is kind of a prequel to Anastasia. Those of you who already watched this movie since your childhood dreams, since the early 90s like I did. I used to watch this movie so many times as a kid. I would say it's one of my most favorite Don Bluth films of all time. I am gonna get to talk about those other Don Bluth movies of American Tail and American Tail 5 Goes West and so on and so forth to the other American Tail trilogy movies. And I'll get to talk about, most likely, a Patrol in Central Park. Trust me, we'll get to that pretty soon. And most likely Pebble and the Penguin. I already talked about Rockadoodle. And I actually like that movie, even though it is pretty weird. It's been forever since I had to talk about a pretty great animated person, Don Bluth himself, talk about this movie. This review will not take too long like most of my other reviews. The movie starts out promisingly about a strange witch named Baba Yaga who kidnaps children and does evil things. The movie starts out promisingly beautifully well done on how it's animated. It shows beautiful artwork and had that song. About Baba Yaga being evil. This one takes place in like 1720 in Moscow, a long time ago. And here's our main hero, Bartok the Magnificent, our favorite white bat, who's voiced by the legendary Hank Azaria, which you probably know him in most roles as Moe Sizlak from The Simpsons, or most likely in most movie roles that he was in is The Smurfs, playing Gargamel twice in the movies. Trust me, I'll get to those pretty soon. Now, to his credit, he does a pretty good role playing Bartok. And to make sure I don't get copyrighted here playing these songs, there are like a few things I like about Bartok. He's funny, he's silly, he's one of my most favorite characters. Also, it takes place a long time ago before you meet Rasputin, played by the legendary Christopher Lloyd. Also, there's the Prince, who looks like Dimitri as a young kid. Bartok explains that he's been around the world and takes out lots of villains, and that he's heroic and brave. Not to mention a figure. And there's this. He fights off a crazed bear, a bit of his magic powers, and ties him up and gives him a good beating. And gets a royal ring from the prince. Yeah, his name is Prince Ivan. And this is our main villain, Marina, who's played by the legendary Catherine O'Hara. And you can easily tell that she's evil because of the spikes all over her body. Also, I love the part where it gets a bit humorous that this prince is impressed as with bat doing his tricks. Oh yeah, like Moscow, Russia people care about the innocent people. And here's my favorite part. This is so easy. It was all part of the trick. Voiced by Kelsey Grammer, who surprisingly is the same voice actor who played the other character from Anastasia. And he has a very quite, the word for it, clever, intelligent mind. Yeah, tell me about it. Anyway, Sophie is not pleased about Bartok keeping the ring and wants to return it to him, and that they want to carry all the treasure all by themselves. You know, they make a pretty good team out swindling people. Oh yeah. Wah wah. Anyways, Prince Ivan gets captured by what the audience explained. Yeah, Baba Yaga. In a place called Moscow, they think Baba Yaga is a dreadful, evil witch who uses magic powers to kidnap any children from her dastardly deeds. Sure, listen to some random kids. That's a good plan. I love this part. Anyways, it's Prince Ivan's guards show up and gets Bartok's attention and tells him to find the royal princess being captured by Baba Yaga. And he refuses to do it. Yeah, because St. Williamsburg had freaking hydras back then. And then we get this most moment scene. Yeah, you can't resist the adorable sad eyes. Sophie takes it pretty well. And we get another song called Somebody Needs You. And I gotta admit, the song is pretty nice to listen to. Oh yeah, now I almost forgot to mention, the animation cuts to 2D toward 3D on their ride. And they finally says it's Baba Yaga's place. And there's the giant skull that relates to a Cave of Wonders from Aladdin. Holy crap, it's Tim Curry. Tim freaking Curry is in this movie. This is the reason why I love this movie so much. I think the last time we played a CGI character was in, well, Beauty and the Beast. He's the evil Forte Pyborg. I'm so glad to review this one. I've been waiting forever to review this movie with him in it. That's so cool. And they do like a little bit of riddle games. And guess what it is? Well, isn't that obvious? Anyways, he enters Baba Yaga's place and she shows up. And there's another song, which I will not play. Somebody's in my house. And she's not pleased seeing Bartok be in her house.
Why don't you just hang on there? You come for the prince. But why have they sent you? You little creature, not quite a rat, not quite a bird.
And she's voiced by the same person who's also from Anastasia. I think there's a metaphor in there somewhere. Anyways, and she tells of Bartok to do free riddle. Gives her free treasures. If he fails, yeah. Exactly. So Bartok has to do free tasks. First, he goes to a random place where it's snowy and cold. Rescue Pilaf from being on top of that thing. And she's a weird puppy snake thing. Voiced by Jennifer Tilly. And there's like one problem. Luckily, that does not last too long. Or like in the Anastasia movie, he didn't know his karate skills. Was no lie that he actually didn't know karate. So he saved her. Kind of cool that he didn't know how to use these skills to send her back to Baba Yaga. So one treasure down, two more to go. Got the key, and then give it to her. While back at Moscow, that she takes over the throne. And they face this big guy, who's voiced by Fred Stewart. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest role that Fred Stewart would ever say in this movie's role. Gibberish sound. Luckily, Bartok does his the juggling trick to outwit this creature. Aaron takes his helmet and make their heroic escape. And so they got one treasure left. Oh, too bad. Last one. And she takes Bartok's wings away to get one floating feather. And somehow, is that there? Anyways, in this next scene, they would just run away from Baba Yaga and hide for a couple of years and never be seen ever again. But Bartok refuses, so he plans to build it all by himself. He got the last treasure.
But before I show you where the prince is,
Yep, got the very last thing to get from him. And there are a few funny, leggy hijinks. She laughs herself silly. And Bartok and start insulting her very meaningfully.
old woman with your iron teeth and your hocus pocus. It's no wonder everybody hates you. Bartok?
And this is where it gets very emotional.
Yeah, sure, goodbye.
And I gotta admit, the scene is very touchingly sad. As a kid, it made me feel bad for Baba Yaga. That she's not truly evil.
I didn't mean what I said. Look, nobody hates you, okay? I wish I could give you what you need.
Yep. Turns out she wanted bad tears of his pure heartness, of kindness, emotional. And I gotta admit, her house had moved up of bird legs too. So yeah, they're all he's been through.
Said I did. You never took any children. People will be what they say, but I'm happy to live alone in the woods and not be bothered. There. What is it? Magic potion. This will allow you to be your innermost self.
Yeah, too bad. That's foreshadowing on what's going to happen later. Also, I love how Sylvie gets dressed up randomly.
Yeah, but what is this? Cabbage?
He's stupid.
That's your character.
Oh, okay, went too far. So, Bartok explains everything, and that old man looks like Rasputin, by the way.
Is in the tower.
So he shows them proof that Prince Ivan's at the tower. That her plan is to make sure Prince Ivan is.
But you told me you wanted them out of the way. Oh, yeah. I put him in that cage, in the tippy top of the tower. How much more out of the way could he be?
Jeez, lady, she got the bad attitude and want him dead.
But he's the priest.
Well, she did it by himself, and makes matters worse, she puts them all in the cage and takes the potion away and dispose of Bartok and the prince and the guard, once and for all, and drink the potion. And there's a song called what else comes out? Freaky. Yeah, that just happened. So the potion slowly turns her into her dragon form. She just went right through the wall, and now she realizes she's a dragon.
The water's ready. Hurry. Bartok, help.
Luckily, Sylvie comes to save them just in time and save Bartok and the prince. It's just in time to break him free from his prison. So it's up to Bartok to take down Adela in her dragon form.
Really?
Of course. What do you think was going to happen, dummy? Anyhow, Bartok What's the Dragon by obviously juggling. Walter right toward top of the tower. And outsmarts her. And finishing her off once and for all. And the movie comes to an end that he learns a pretty good life lesson to not judge characters of what they appear, thinking that they're not all evil, but kind-hearted. And Zoe still dressed up as a woman. And he returns a ring to the prince. And the movie really comes to an end where they get another sweet, final, tender moment of giving her a good old hug. And that was Bartok the Magnificent. My thoughts about this movie? I love it. Those of you like it or not, it's a pretty well animated film since 1999, so that's been 20 years since this film was a huge office success. It is kind of a prequel to Anastasia, before we actually got to seeing how Bartok met Rasputin. That's why Anastasia takes place in 1900s. I do know it takes a very long time, and the voice actor does a pretty good job voicing these characters. Animation still looks great. Music sounds nice. Story plot is just Bartok saves the prince, turns out to be at the tower. I would say it was worth watching, and probably once or a few more times. I mean, if you have kids, you might actually put this on for them for like a whole hour. I find this movie a little bit way too short. I wish this film was a bit longer, for like an hour and 20 minutes. This film is all right. The animation still looks pretty great. I would say history of Bartok would have been a little bit more standard or plot point. I mean, all I could say is, if you want to have a great time watching this film, I don't know if you really love the famous Bartok the Magnificent, I had to put on the DVD just to let you guys know. I mean, look at how beautiful the DVD menu looks like. Beautiful confetti and everything. It looks glorious. If you really, really like this film, you'll have a pretty great time with this. Alright, I'll see you guys next time when I'll probably review an interesting movie, animated film that's worth talking about. It's kind of a great way to talk about people's childhood films. But I'll get to review Anastasia pretty soon. Once I do, I'll pretty much meet Bartok once again pretty soon. So goodbye for now.